At it again, and we got to talk about JD Vance and mainstream media because, man, what is happening with mainstream media is absolutely sad. Like, mainstream media is absolutely crumbling. And, you know, I've shown you guys the comment section several times on videos where people are just absolutely bashing these folks. And it's just like, they don't change course. It's just, what? You look at the comment section of these videos of like the 60 Minutes video where they were absolutely killing 60 Minutes, killing them. And this stuff is like good for somebody like myself because more of you who want the truth, come watch somebody like me instead of going to mainstream media. The ratings are tanking, but part of it, I think they're just so far in now that they just have no choice but to continue on their path and hope for the best. But they aren't currently winning. But we always got to show up, all right? Come November, we got to show up or vote early if you can. I highly encourage you to do that so no pipes burst on the day of or run out of paper. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going to play this clip from ABC, and you guys just got to hear this foolishness. It is sad. They are getting desperate. Just listen to what she says. Let's dive in.
We played some other comments about migrants, including in Aurora, in Colorado, where Trump said the city had been invaded and conquered by Venezuelan gangs. The Republican mayor of the city said flatly the city and state have not been taken over or invaded or occupied by migrant gangs. So do you support Donald Trump making those claims that the Republican mayor says were grossly exaggerated and have hurt the city's identity and sense of safety? I understand what you're saying, that some people left behind, but he's making these statements that the mayor is flat out disputing.
Well, Martha, you just said the mayor said they were exaggerated.
Grossly exaggerated.
That means there's got to be some element of truth here. And of course, President Trump was actually in Aurora, Colorado, talking to people on the ground. And what we're hearing, of course, Martha, is that people are terrified by what has happened with some of these Venezuelan gangs.
Senator Vance, I'm going to stop you because I know exactly what happened.
Martha.
I'm going to stop you. The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns. A handful of problems.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border. Americans are so fed up with what's going on, and they have every right to be. And I really find this exchange, Martha, sort of interesting because you seem to be more focused with nitpicking everything that Donald Trump has said rather than acknowledging that apartment complexes in the United States of America are being taken over by violent gangs. I worry so much more about that problem than anything else here. We've got to get American communities in a safe space again. And unfortunately, when you let people in by the millions, most of whom are unvetted, most of whom you don't know who they really are, you're going to have problems like this. Kamala Harris, 94 executive orders that undid Donald Trump's successful border policies. We knew this stuff would happen. They bragged about opening the border, and now we have the consequences, and we're living with it. We can do so much better, but frankly, we're not going to do better, Martha, unless Donald Trump calls this stuff out. I'm glad that he did.
Okay, let's just end that with they did not invade or take over the city, as Donald Trump said.
You see what I mean? Only a handful. Listen, almost cursed. Let me be polite. Listen, woman, lady on terrible media. No apartment complexes on American soil should be taken over by any foreign gangs. What are you talking about? There was only a handful. We're talking about on American soil. Are you dumb? Like, what are you talking about? Like this, bro, the Trump derangement has gone to the level, to such a level where they're making the excuse, well, it's only a handful. It's not the entire city. It's only a handful. You see what I mean? It's just like, bro, what are you? I want to show y'all something. Before we even move on, because I got some other stuff I wanna get to. Okay. This is ABC's channel. 18 million subscribers nearly. If you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I should have 18 million subscribers, not these folks. Goodness gracious. 1.5K likes. Not good. Not good off 90,000 views, okay? American journalism is dead. Mostly peaceful apartment takeovers. Clown. My head hurts. Worst journalists ever. Boo, ABC News. This is shameful. Journalism is dead. Only a handful of apartment complexes were taken over in Aurora, Colorado by illegal immigrants. No apartment complex should be taken over by this group. What the heck? She is embarrassing. This woman is nasty, making me vote Trump all the way. Hey, ABC executives, look at the comment section. They've only taken over a few apartment complexes. Martha Raddatz, amazing how ABC will not grill Kamala this way. Going into this interview, Martha thought she was interviewing another Mike Pence. She got a rude awakening. Yeah, so you get the message. People are absolutely destroying them in the comment section. Just like all these other videos that I've showed y'all. Absolutely destroying them.
What started as a gang of Venezuelan migrants has now evolved into a potent transnational crime force. Tren de Aragua, now linked to more than 100 police investigations across the country, and their influence is growing. News Nation correspondent Jorge Ventura tracking this criminal organization for us. Jorge, what are we learning?
Well, Natasha, some officials have actually described Tren de Aragua as MS-13 on steroids, a reference to the infamous Salvadorian gang. Tren de Aragua is a Venezuelan prison gang, which in large part was seen to be contained in South America, but now has spread its influence to here in the United States and operating in states like New York, Colorado, even Wisconsin, and where you are, Natasha, in Chicago. And according to some reports, have even been given the green light to open fire on American law enforcement.
From armed robbery to looting of high-end stores, authorities began tracking the Tren de Aragua gang operations in New York City, where gang members have been involved in robberies and violent clashes with law enforcement, including this brutal attack on NYPD officers in January. At least 2 of the 14 suspects have been linked to the gang. Another shocking incident that made national headlines, the murder of nursing student Lincoln Riley. Authorities believe the suspects, 2 brothers identified as Diego and Jose Ibarra, have ties to the Tren de Aragua gang. More recently, 2 major incidents in Colorado also involving the Tren de Aragua gang in Aurora. Gang members have been linked to violent incidents at several apartment complexes. As you can see, the alleged gang members carrying assault rifles. Local police have responded to numerous cases where residents were victims of armed robberies and home invasions. And in Denver, thieves suspected to be linked to the Tren de Aragua gang pulled off a high-profile jewelry heist, stealing over $100,000 worth of merchandise. In the video, the robbers are seen pulling out guns, pushing open an office door, and pistol whipping 2 women who fall onto the floor. In El Paso, Texas, authorities uncovered a human smuggling operation where victims were held against their will. The gang is reportedly using these hotels as temporary holding centers before moving victims across state lines. But it doesn't stop there. In addition to being spotted in New York, Colorado, and Texas, the gang has expanded to Miami, Chicago, and Wisconsin. U.S. officials fear that the Tren de Aragua gang could destabilize these areas, much like they did in South America, as this organization is notorious for brutal violence, drug trafficking, and extortion. Homeland Security investigation revealed that the Tren de Aragua gang members are young men aged 18 to 25, often wearing high-end streetwear like Chicago Bulls jerseys and Michael Jordan sneakers. They also have distinct tattoos featuring Venezuelan flags or gang symbols, making them easier to spot.
Now, it's not just American law enforcement who are on high alert, so are the Mexican authorities. In the Mexican state of Chihuahua, authorities there have already began inviting experts from South America to go over the tactics of Tren de Aragua. According to Mexican authorities, they also believe that Tren de Aragua is already linked to 3 homicides in the Mexico City area. Natasha.
Yeah, I appreciate you tracking that. Jorge Ventura live for us in San Antonio.
Yeah. Only a few apartment complexes. Only a few. On American soil. That's what our mainstream media pushes out to us. What garbage. What garbage. All because they hate Donald Trump. Journalism is dead. It's gone. No journalism. Zero. It's only been a handful. Well, we talked to such and such. Well, have you actually, because they always do this thing now where Trump will say something and they'll say, well, or like they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. First off, he never said Haitians when he said that. That was Democrats that actually put the whole Haitians thing in that, and you can go back and watch it. But anyway, when he said that, right, they all came out and said, well, we talked to the city manager, like on the ABC debate, the ABC manager, and they said, well, that's not happening. Well, why haven't you sent a journalist there to actually document it? Like what you guys used to do, like real journalism, like boots on the ground and went to the actual place and asked the folks? No. No, well, we talked to one person there. We got him on the phone and they said it's not happening. So that's false, Donald Trump. Yeah. Goodness gracious. But I mean, I guess I can thank mainstream media for their continued lies, because it's only helped me continue to grow, because folks like yourselves come and watch me instead of going to the television. Honestly, that shouldn't be the case, and I probably shouldn't even be complaining too much, right? But it's sickening. I see this stuff every single day, and it's just so annoying. They blatantly lie to our faces and act like we're stupid and like can't see straight through it. It's craziness. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.